Every Sunday night, hit that link. We're live in the chat, side by side, past, present, future collide. Hey! From Hulkamania, running wild through the screen, to dusty floors and broken rings in my dreams. Dusty roads and the polka dots heart on his sleeve. The American dream taught a nerd to believe. Then the glass shatters, I'm out of my chair. Stone Cold says I just whipped your ass, I'm there. Do you smell what the rock is cooking in the air? Whole timeline tangled in the cables and glare. This is the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. WWE in our veins, talking back to the past. Hustle, loyalty, respect in the chat tonight. We slam that subscribe, let the tapes ignite. The Wrestling with Nerds podcast, from the legends to the ones who ain't crowned yet. Turn it up, feel the canvas shake. Every Sunday live, we stay wide awake. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. From dusty tapes, VHS on the floor, to the American nightmare kicking down the door. Neck bare, booking wild in a message board red, arguing finishes my heroes never had. Screens glow bright like the Titantron light. We fantasy book every card, every fight. WWE from the cradle to the casket match. Hit live and watch the whole world crash. We chant through the glitches, we pop for the swerves. We're the marks and the critics every botch deserves. This is the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. WWE in our veins, talking back to the past. Hustle, loyalty, respect in the chat tonight. We slam that subscribe, let the takes ignite. The Wrestling with Nerds podcast, from the legends to the ones who ain't crowned yet. Turn it up, feel the canvas shake. Every Sunday live, we stay wide awake. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Hulkamania in my childhood room, do you smell that heat? It's about to boom. Stone Cold stomp in my hallway shoes. I'm still that kid with the pay-per-view blues. The American nightmare on the road ahead. Dusty's ghost smiling at the words we said. Past, present, future in a chair that creaks. Hit go live and let the ring rope speak. This is the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. WWE in our veins, talking back to the past. Hustle, loyalty, respect in the chat tonight. We slam that subscribe, let the takes ignite. The Wrestling with Nerds podcast, from the legends to the ones who ain't crowned yet. Turn it up, feel the canvas shake. Every Sunday live, we stay wide awake. Every Sunday night, every chant, every word, past, present, future collide. On the Wrestling with Nerds, present, future collide.
The following announcement is paid for by the Wrestling with Nerds.
This honky tonk man, greatest intercontinental champion of all time, and you're watching Wrestling with Nerds podcast. Yes, that's my favorite. Shake, rattle, and roll.
What's going on, wrestling nerds, and welcome to this week's episode of the Wrestling with Nerds podcast. We are covering Night of Champions, NXT, what happened on Raw, and some spoilers for SmackDown and other possible rumors that are on the way to WWE. Joining me on the panel, as always, it is the Guru, Ryan Fry.
Yo, what's up? Not me much longer.
The heat took it out of you, huh?
It was a long day driving to Jersey and back. Apparently, there's a World Cup game up around there somewhere today. Yeah, I deal with them morons in traffic.
Up to Woodbridge?
Yeah.
That sucks. And then my Wednesday night partner for my All-Star 15 TV races, it's Mike Campiccio.
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Well, day one of surviving the heat passed.
Yup.
Only with maximum amount of sweating and chafing.
All chafing.
Ugh. But yeah, let's get into it because we had a stacked weekend of wrestling.
Yes.
Over in Riyadh
did.
with probably I would say one of the best cards that we had all year so far. I would say, with some very good matches on it. Let's start with Night of Champions, the culmination of the King and Queen of the Rings. You have Cody and Sammy finally with along with Gunther. Finally that kind of culminates. We have stuff with possibly Gunther and Nick Aldis. But let's get into it with the opening match of Obafemi versus Jey Uso.
Or, as in the pick'em, it was the guy that's going to lose the Uba.
Yes,
Is
it
that how it
was.
was written?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it was. It was great.
Joe asks me every month when we do pick'ems, he's like, can I have fun with this? And I'm like, Joe, I don't care.
So I just
But before we get to the match,
okay.
strategically and financially wise, this was very smart on WWE and Saudi Arabia's part because they didn't go with one of the big giant arenas like they typically do for Saudi shows. They went to their sports complex. I don't remember the name of it, but like it's only like a 17,000, 18,000 seat arena. And it looks a lot better when that's full than when the big stadium is half full.
Yeah.
So I thought that was a really good move on their part. And it looked packed. It looked full. I mean, it's not like we're going to get the photos from the hard cam side showing that it's empty because nobody on over there is on the internet for us, I guess. But it was really smart using the smaller arena that's in Saudi Arabia for this show. I thought that was pretty smart. It still made it look big, but
Yeah.
it wasn't, and that worked out pretty good.
Do you use that strategy for WrestleMania, though, next year, though? That's the thing. Do you use that strategy?
The thing people tend to forget when it comes to these Saudi shows is they are paid shows. So it doesn't matter if it turns out like an indie show and they're wrestling in front of 50 people, they're making $30 to $50 million on the show, no matter what.
Well, yeah, because if 50 people show up, the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia paid for a sellout.
Yeah. So I would imagine WrestleMania's price tag is somewhere in the $100 million range.
TKO likes that after all the money of UFC is
I would say that they're most likely going to use a big venue for WrestleMania, but they'll make sure that it's full.
But the issue, the thing is with WrestleMania, Saudi Arabia, you can go to. And WrestleMania is traveled.
It is.
People travel to that. The Royal Rumble, to a certain extent, yes, as well. But with WrestleMania, absolutely.
When you think about everybody, you think about everybody that's in like Italy and those countries that don't want to make the trip to the States to go to WrestleMania. Now it's a little bit easier of a flight. I mean, it's not, what is it, like an 18-hour?
It's an 8-hour flight from Italy to the U.S.
Is it really?
Yep, it's an 8-hour flight.
But in a sense,
I have
I
done
don't.
it.
I'm sorry, but I'm not one that ever sees. I don't. Yes, has Saudi Arabia done bad things? Yes. Has every other country in this world done bad things? Yes.
Especially Canada.
Move on from it. We always blame Canada. That's what Eric and Stan and Kenny and Cartman, Kenny,
Well,
Stan,
no,
and Files told us.
that was Mrs. Broflovsky.
Yeah.
That was her whole song.
Yeah.
But like, I don't. At this point, I don't care. I mean, I know. Yeah, that'll get taken and spun in a different way. But it's just like, if everybody realized how much Saudi Arabia has their hands in everything that we find entertainment wise, they wouldn't watch or do anything because they're in everything, including AJ's favorite thing called Disney. So
China
I
too.
just I move on. I said this once when we were talking one time about football stuff. I don't let politics interfere with my football. I don't let politics interfere with my entertainment. Sorry.
So let's talk about the
First match.
Let's talk about the Obafemi way to this match. He only had about 21 and a half minutes of match time between his 3 matches to beating Jey Uso, which it went 8 minutes. There was some action on the side of Jey Uso.
So all 3 matches combined, he was only in the ring for how long?
21 and a half minutes.
And it was 8 minutes of it was Jay.
4.35 with Dominic and 9 with the Fatal 4-Way.
Damn.
Yep.
I knew Dom's was less than 5.
Yeah.
Okay, it's gonna make sense when we talk about the women's. Don't worry. But no, Jay has his normal stuff that he does, but it is immediately stopped by Oba before Jay gets too hot.
I felt like Jay kind of ran out of gas too. That's his whole
Jay
thing.
runs out of gas before he's at the ring.
Shocker!
Yeah,
Shocker!
I'm just
Jay
saying.
runs out of gas. It's funny. Did you take notice that like the social media afterwards about the whole tap out thing disappeared by Monday Night Raw? They didn't want anything to do with it.
It wasn't a tap, it was waking himself up in a way.
I know, but even Jay posted on Twitter that he was tapping out, and then it all disappeared.
Because I think Jay was going off script.
Yes,
Because
I
it's kind of what,
I think you
Rikishi's
had to
kids
be
have
a
done.
blind. I think you had to be a Helen Keller not to know that Oba wasn't going to win this match.
Did anybody pick Jay in our pick 'em?
Maybe 1 or 2.
What?
I think I'll double check it.
That is wild.
That's not good.
That's wild.
Tell me you haven't been watching without telling me you haven't been watching. And honestly, I thought we were going to get Brock that night, but we'll talk about that. The next match is the Queen of the Ring final. Io Sky and Liv Morgan. So Io's way to victory.
Yes, we had 2 people that picked Jey Uso to win.
Wow.
So Io's way to victory, her in-ring time was just over 41 minutes.
That's longer than Oba's.
14:05 for the Fatal 4-Way. She beat Raquel in 10:15, and her and Liv put on a very good match.
And it's
That
gonna be
went
so good.
14:55.
And it's gonna be so good. You're gonna get to run it back again.
I wish though one thing happened in this match.
What's that?
Something to signify the Danhausen curse. Like when Miz got cursed, it was or when Kit Wilson got cursed, it was the pyro on the top rope.
Mhm.
The Miz, it was him getting, I forget what happened, but he got electrocuted or whatever. I wanted something to happen to Liv in this match that would have been curse related, like her trip over the bottom rope, fall to the ground, Io moonsault,
Or she misses her oblivion.
Yeah, something of that nature would have been a nice little touch in this match since the opening was her getting cursed.
Yep.
That would have been a nice little touch. That would have been a little better, in my opinion.
I thought the
Um,
curse thing, in my opinion, I thought the cursing was going to be that one of the Judgment Day members was going to come out there and just turn on her
Or cost her the win.
or cost her.
well, I think now it's time. Now that she is cursed, I think you're gonna see things start falling apart quicker with the Judgment Day.
We've said this before, just without the
We
Daniels
have.
and stuff.
But I think with the curse though, it'll be worse. I mean, it seems like the story though for Liv and Io is the whole new submission from Liv with the knee, and that story is gonna carry through. It carried through Monday, so it seems like that's gonna be the whole thing. Please God, don't be stale and make this a submission match. That would be dumb. But who knows? But it was a good match. I will give them both credit on that. I'm not the biggest in-ring Liv Morgan fan. Io has gotten a lot better since she's the only one of the
Damage control.
damage control that's left. I also think this was a pivot because Rhea being hurt and not knowing the how far out it's going to be before she's okay to get back in the ring. I think I would have liked to see Io and Rhea at SummerSlam, just because it's that friendship, but it's also Io knows that she's never lost to Rhea type deal. So to take that challenge and then Rhea beat her, so that there is that win there, because there's still not a win between Rhea beating Io that eventually they're gonna have to come back to. But with her injury being up in the air, I think it was safe to go re-challenge Liv. You beat her once, you can beat her again type deal.
Oh, realistically, too, it'd be with that injury and then with Stephanie Vaquera being off TV, too. It's just like Liv's not defending that title at all. So it's like it makes sense for her to challenge her again.
Yeah, she's barely defended it, and definitely defended it more than Dom has defended the AAA title.
And she's probably losing that title, too.
She's not defended it at all. She hasn't had one title match since she won it at Mania.
No, and she'll probably lose it at SummerSlam. Easily. Probably.
Judgment Day and SummerSlam is usually where something flips and turns on the whole team.
Yep.
Whether it's the whole making out in Cleveland or all that kind of stuff.
You were there for that.
I was there for that.
And it stunk.
It did.
It's Cleveland.
Match 3, it goes 19 minutes. It's Seth Rollins defeating Braun Breaker in a steel cage match. This match was absolutely bonkers. It was so good.
It was very good.
Ryan? I didn't like your face there. Are we wrong?
It was very, very good. But can we come up with the gimmick name for a steel cage with weapons? If you're gonna have a steel cage match, make it a steel cage match. If you're gonna have a steel cage match with toys, make it a steel cage match with toys.
Extreme Rules steel cage,
like extreme steel cage match. Makes sense.
I thought Hell in a Cell, but
I thought this match was great. I just knowing where they're going now, it makes sense. But I originally at Night of Champions thought that the wrong person won.
The moonsault off the top of the cage where Braun got through the table, that was a great spot, and then they misjudged it, and his eyes started around his eyes cut open. Yeah, he's bleeding really good.
The finish was great.
I love the FU moment.
The finish was absolutely phenomenal, where Braun giving that look of forgiveness and then just roars up, and then he gets super stomped, and then it's over with. Like, granted, great match. But, I mean, can we segue and make a steel cage match and an extreme steel cage match two different things?
Dismember to December?
I feel like the art of a steel cage match goes away in the instance when you start throwing tables, chairs, and everything else into the ring.
Or just make it a TLC match.
Yeah, but the idea is still the cage where nobody can get in and interfere, and that part I get. Or like this, what was it? What was Dean and Jericho's match? That was a steel cage with like the weapons and everything.
Asylum.
Asylum match.
Asylum match,
Do
yeah.
something of that nature. Call it that. That way it's not a steel cage only match.
At least we don't have to worry about the Punjabi steel cage.
And then we have to worry about the only thing with the asylum we have to worry about is somebody getting hit with a potted plant and thumbtacks.
Yeah, I love this match. It was such. They killed each other. There was some huge high spots, like Ryan said. I love how he hulks up for a second, but is completely gassed and then eats an avalanche stomp. So,
and then we didn't see him on Monday, so that'll be very interesting to see where he goes from there.
I got a question about what the hell Paul's doing.
Now, apparently, Austin Theory and Braun Breaker are challenging the Street Profits next Monday, but we'll see.
Yeah, but apparently Paul's not talking to part of the vision.
Yep.
So, next match, Trick Williams with Lil Yachty defeating Ricky Saints for the WWE United States Championship. It goes 10:50. If he's not a star yet in your book, he's a star. He should be. Trick Williams is the future, a future world champion. He's got it. He's so entertaining to watch, and his matches are just getting better and better. And I'm not shooting with Ricky Saints here. I'm a fan of his. He's a really good heel in this feud that they've been having.
Can we just get Yellow Lottie out of the picture? That's my only thing. Can we get him out of the picture now?
At least he's around and doing stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with that. I just Trick has elevated himself from the NXT Trick to this WWE Trick leaps and bounds.
Yes.
Number one, I don't have to hear Booker T every time he comes to the ring, which is
but now
fantastic.
You miss it. You said you missed it.
He did it. Trick did it himself. I didn't have to hear Booker. Trick did it at the when he was standing on the rope. And I was like, well, damn. I don't know which one I hate more. These guys are both stars. I know Ricky looks like the weak link since coming up from NXT. It seems like he's taking L after L after L.
Same thing with Ethan.
But Ricky Saints will be just fine.
I love the JoJo pose.
So.
Yeah, right.
Next.
I thought you were calling me a nerd. Match number 5. Tiffany Stratton defeats Jade Cargill for the WWE Women's United States Championship. The match goes 7:35. Everybody gets involved in this match.
It went a lot longer. I think it went way longer than their SummerSlam match.
In this moment, like the way we were watching it, I enjoyed the interference because
the actual match was bad.
Because I don't know about you guys, but I really love how Charlotte Flair is getting involved because she doesn't like Jade. And then obviously you have Michin and B-Fab getting involved to help Jade. But guess who else gets involved?
Chelsea Green.
I was hoping you were going to do that. It just took you too long to do it.
Side note, other podcasts like to watch. If you get a chance, Mia Yim was on Stephanie McMahon's podcast. Very good listen. Very, very good listen. Found out that her real name is Stephanie, so there's like 4 Stephanies in the WWE.
I just
listened to the Paul Heyman and CVV one.
Yeah, that was a good one. I listened to that one today. I feel like where this match was on the card, they got put in a tough spot, but I mean, they did a good job.
They're kind of I don't want to say they're the come down before the big main event.
I mean, I can see this.
They were the fun match before the main event.
I see this story between all of these ladies building all the way to Survivor Series.
So who do you add on Jade's team? Because you're gonna have Alexa most likely on the good team.
I think you're gonna have 5-on-5.
Okay.
So you have Rhea, Charlotte, Lexa,
Okay.
Chelsea, and Tiffany. And I think you'll end up getting Jade, BFAB, Michin, and
Naya and Lash.
probably either Nia or Lash,
Yana.
or the two that should be the women's tag team champions by then, JC Jane and Fallon Henley,
Okay.
or Lainey Reed.
I was gonna say
They are-
Kiana James.
They are amazing, by the way. Just want to speak on that.
In the ring.
Like
He
they
means in
have
the
been
ring.
like both. They're both, all three of them. I want you to get on YouTube and go look up Ivy Niles. Her and her husband have a podcast, and those three were a guest on it, and it's kind of like a Sheamus workout podcast. The entrance for all three of them into the gym, it's enough to just rewatch it a couple times. But those three were dominant in NXT. They came to SmackDown and they got thrown into the main picture kind of like
Too fast?
easily. Like, here you go, we're gonna throw you in here with Charlotte and Alexa and these the top girls and see if you can sink or swim. And I think all three of them are swimming. I was really looking forward to them winning the tag titles the other night, but of course, because we're in England, we have to let Paige and Nikki Bella or Brie Bella keep the titles.
Didn't
But
you
I
think
think
they were
they're
going
the
to hold on
ones.
to those for a while?
I think they're the ones that are going to take the titles from them. I really like what they have done with Fatal Influence on SmackDown. I could see JC Jane challenging for WWE title when Rhea's healthy. I know there was talks that was the plan for SummerSlam. Was one of the talks was JC Jane versus Rhea Ripley for the WWE Women's Championship. I'm here for it.
How long is Rhea going to be out for?
There's no determination on, like, all the rumors and speculations would be that she has a knee injury, but there's no rumors surrounding what the knee injury is.
And
Well,
no timetable.
That's
I mean,
concerning.
she was on a friend's podcast the other week, doing the Roar, and
Yes.
she didn't have a knee brace or anything on, but that clip of her saying "Do the Roar" and "I love you, Daddy," that thing has to be like viewed like a
Do the roar.
million times, and it's spot on, perfect.
Do the roar.
So
let's bring it to the main event of Night of Champions. Sami Zayn defeating Cody Rhodes and Gunther in a triple threat for the undisputed WWE Championship. It was 1840. I did not expect Sammy to win. He was third on the list of people who I was expecting to win that match.
Well, just to give you both references, remember how only 2 people picked Jey Uso?
Yeah.
There was only 2 people that picked Sami Zayn, and nobody picked Gunther.
Yeah, I thought Cody was winning, and then Gunther, and then that last Sammy.
I thought the match was really, really good.
Yes.
Yeah,
agreed.
the match was good.
Like,
yeah.
the
I
match
loved
was
the match.
really, really good.
Yep.
And I really, after sitting back and really thinking about it, I really liked the finish.
Yeah. Because it
was
comes out of nowhere.
It comes out of nowhere. The shock and awe of, holy shit, the referee just counted 3.
Yeah.
It's like I said
love
that. I said that the other night.
I don't
Well,
know.
I guess my thing is if it was ever going to happen, it was either going to happen over there or it was going to happen in Montreal, and it happened over there.
Yep.
And now we're hearing rumors that it's going to be about a week or 2-week reign.
I'm sorry, he's not a main event guy.
He's Daniel
not.
Bryan.
I would rather watch Daniel Bryan wrestle.
Okay.
I honestly would too.
And I don't like Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan is a prick. I always have. But I would rather watch Daniel Bryan wrestle than I would rather watch Sami Zayn wrestle.
So immediately following this match, it cuts to backstage with Gunther and Nick Aldis getting into a absolute physical confrontation to the point where Nick Aldis is now on administrative leave. Do you think this brings him around to becoming a WWE superstar or just a one-off?
I think both of us have watched enough of Nick Aldis that we are both chomping at the bit for this to be a WWE run for Aldis.
That'd be great.
I don't want this to be a one-off if it turns into that. I don't want the whole career killer gimmick to be for Nick Aldis for one match.
Yeah.
I would love to have Nick Aldis full time. I know me and AJ have talked about it for years. He is a great talent in
He's
the
still
ring.
young.
He's the same age as Cody.
He was
I thought he was 39.
When I
Cody
watched
only
him,
39?
I think Cody might be 40 now. I think Aldis is now 40.
when I watched him in TNA when he was the TNA World Title Champion, that he was really good over there.
Yes, as Magnus, he was
Yes.
phenomenal.
He's 39.
Is he really? He's a year older than me.
November 6, 1986.
Yeah, and Cody should be 41 or 42, I think. But like his run as TNA champion
41.
is he?
Holy shit.
What?
How have you not said this yet?
What?
Happy birthday, Cody Rhodes.
Because I've been a little occupied today, bro.
June 30th, 1985.
Well, at least if we're here for Cody, it's his birthday.
Do I need to turn on the soundboard?
Yeah.
Okay, soundboard is on.
So, I Nick Aldis' NWA title reign that went for 2 years was amazing. Him and Cody Rhodes destroyed that arena when they had their match for the NWA World Title when Cody beat him to win the NWA title, and then the rematch was just as good. I don't even know where you can go watch them now. AEW probably owns them somewhere, and they're probably ass garbage. But anyhow, I want a run of Nick Aldis. I don't want a one-off.
I would agree with that.
Babe.
So moving on to Sunday night, Mike is kind of gets to lay back and take a break on this one. Sunday night, there was three pay-per-views.
Sunday. Well, I only know about one.
At 4:00 was a TNA pay-per-view. The only thing I know from that is the Hardy Boys won the tag titles. Nick Nemeth won the TNA World Title from Mike Santana.
Good for Dolph.
Because I believe Mike Santana is headed to NXT. And then we had the debut of Yuha Nation. I can't think that's how he pronounces himself. But it's Apollo Crews. It's his original name that he went by in the Indies. He made his debut in TNA. Apparently, he's still signed to a WWE deal, so I don't know what all that's about, but we shall see. And then we had an AEW Forbidden Door that I heard was, of course, it was the greatest pay-per-view of all time, according to AEW fans. But I didn't order it because I would rather watch NXT. NXT had the Great American Bash. Of course, now their PLEs are live streamed on the CW instead of YouTube or any of them channels. I thought it was a great card for building talent back up in NXT because of talent leaving and going to the main rosters. This was a great show from beginning to end. Tony D'Angelo, and I know him as Evil. I can't think of what his NXT name is. They tore the house down in the opening match. They literally speared each other through a wall. Tony D'Angelo keeps the NXT title. Very great, very, very good match. Ren Sinclair keeps the speed title for the women, beating Ariana Grace. Also a very good match. The Birthright get involved. Miles Bourne and Tavion Heights. If you want to see what future is in store for the WWE, I highly suggest you go back and watch this match. This match was a really, really good competitive
A
match
long match
between
too.
between two guys that were friends that went their separate ways and came back, and they were great. And then you had um, the
I saw what you were doing there. He's like, gotta
uh,
do it.
yeah, I don't need her ass all over the podcast.
Viewer discussion buzzed.
What's his name? Saquon Sugars
Yep.
and Dion Lennox, the two dark uh
Dark State.
Dark State guys. They had a really good match.
In
The
the end,
ending was
Yeah.
was a little wonky. The aluminum bat shots were kind of overly aggressive.
yeah,
And then
they beat the shit out of him.
co-hosting the NXT pay-per-view was Dave LaGreca and Kevin Owens. And Tucker, not Tucker.
Hank and Tank.
Rip Tucker. Hank and Tank are outside doing a barbecue. And then Keanu Carver gets in their face, pushes a guy, I think it was Hank that got pushed off the stage, missed the table, fell through another table.
And his
All
head
this
hits
commotion
his head
breaks
hits the
out.
concrete.
Yeah, his head hit the blacktop. It looked like it hurt.
Ooh.
And then it was kind of funny because then the camera pans over to Kevin Owens and he goes, "This NXT parking lot, nothing good ever happens here." And it just pans away. It was great.
I miss him.
Not to mention Kevin Owens was rocking a Waylon Mercy shirt, and that was funny.
He's lost a lot of weight
He should be back soon, shouldn't he?
He has.
with the neck
Hopefully.
injury.
You never know with the neck, but
Yeah,
Hmm.
one wrong fall and he's kind of
so then we get to the main event.
talking with a computer.
Did you really have to? Never mind. So
Just based on
Lola,
the news.
yeah, I was saying, did you see the football news this week?
Yeah, I was gonna say,
Did
did
you
you
have
see
to go to
that?
the keyboard?
No,
Chris Johnson.
The
bro,
running back
what
from the
happened to him?
Titans, CJ2K, he has ALS.
Yeah.
And it's already aggressed to the point where he's nonverbal.
Yep.
Way to go, dumbass.
This is a wrestling podcast. I don't listen to football unless it's football season.
Hut hut
So then we
hike.
get Lola Vice defends the NXT Women's Championship against, in my opinion, the best
The
up and
female
coming
Kurt Angle.
Female Kurt
She's
Angle.
the best in NXT. I even completely forgot about the other girl, Zarya and Tatum Paxley for the North American title. Absolutely destroyed each other.
I think Tatum might be going somewhere soon.
I think Tatum's headed to the main roster. She could be the antagonist that ends up breaking the Judgment Day up. I'm just saying.
Or she could join Lara as a heel, and they're all both psychotic.
I think that woman was a little manic depressive on Raw, but we haven't got there yet.
Yeah, I was waiting for Olivia Benson to show
up. Kendall Gray, if you've not watched NXT, if you've not watched LFG, Kendall Gray is the next big deal when it comes to the women's side in the WWE. I would not be shocked. I would not be shocked within a 6 to 8 month range she's on the main roster. She has everything going for her.
I do wish to see a little more charisma instead of just a normal. Just a little bit more.
I think you get more of that when her and Ren are together.
Yeah.
Yes.
You get more of that when them two are together than her by herself. The homage to Kurt Angle with her ring gear I thought was really, really cool. Very, very good match back and forth. Lola Vice, I was not a really big fan of her until the whole AAA extension and she started going down there and getting to see her wrestle more and not do the underground fights. Very impressed with her. She's in AAA. She's a mixed tag team champion with Mr. Iguana. Her boyfriend is headed to AAA next week, I believe. So I think you'll see more of Lola down at NXT. Of course, we do have the combination now of NXT and AAA. are working together. Valkingo is going to defend the Latin American title on NXT. I think this week.
Aren't they doing like a PLE coming up too? Like the combination of those two brands, aren't they doing a PLE?
I don't know if they are or not. If they are, it's Worlds Collide. I don't know if that's happening yet
Did
or not.
NXT and TNA stop working together? Did something happen?
No, but they've kind of let since the TNA got their TV deal, they've kind of let TNA do their thing. Of course, now with all the rumors of TNA clearing house and bringing in new people behind the scenes, there's been a lot of rumors now that this is the plan in store for WWE to purchase them. How people have said that there was probably an agreement in their contract of their agreement that WWE probably gets first bid and offer to buy it if it becomes for sale.
I know for the longest time WWE wanted their library.
Yes. TNA also announced and introduced a new championship on Sunday. Before I forget, there's now a TNA Knockouts Television Championship. It will be a 16 women tournament. The belt is really, really cool looking. It's that white, gold, or silver, and then the blue lettering just says KO TV on it, and it's really cool looking. I really, as a belt nerd, I really like the black strap with the silver plating with like bright colors. So like the blue writing on it really stands out and pops. It's very cool looking. But Kendall Gray, going back to the NXT, Lola will be on both shows. I think it's Dr. Wagner and his brother. I can't think of what his brother's name is. They're challenging. It's Rob's doppelganger and her tag team.
Bailey Humphrey.
The Vanity Project. I believe that's this Tuesday or tonight. I'm sorry. They challenge for their tag titles. That should be a really good match. But all in all, NXT Great American Bash, I give it a solid 2 thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was really, really good. And then we get into Monday Night Raw. They were in Atlantic City. They were in the same venue that housed WrestleMania 4 and 5. Then it was referred to as they refer to it as Trump Plaza for WrestleMania, but it's really the convention hall that was attached to the Trump Towers at one point. Trump Towers are no longer there, but the convention center is still there. It opens with your king.
The ruler.
He went from the ruler to the king. I saw so many TikTok videos of kids from the ages of 5 and younger doing the Oba walk all weekend long. And there was one really cool video. The dad's like, "Do you want to see the biggest Oba Femi fan in the world?" And like all he does is push play on the TV, and it starts, and you hear footsteps coming from what sounds like 30 yards away, and this kid comes bolting down the hallway, throws the gate open, climbs up on the chair, and his dad goes, "Who's that?" And he goes, "Oba."
Oba.
Oba gets in the ring. Of course, you're thinking you're going to get the announcement on who he's going to challenge, what he's going to do, and a certain beast shows up. AJ thought I hit the button, but I didn't.
No.
Brock gets in the ring. They have their little stare down thing. Brock makes mention of Oba talking shit about Brock when Brock's not there.
Yep.
He's a great promo. He's a great promo.
Yeah, Brock got to talk, and it was fun.
It was fun.
Here's the best part, Mike. So, me and AJ were watching it before you guys. And AJ has a tendency to really, really, really hate when I make a statement and then they say it on the program.
Yeah.
Well, what was the tagline that Brock used before he kicked Oba in the crown jewels?
Talk shit, get hit.
I said right then and there, I'm like, that needs to be the next T-shirt.
Yeah, right.
I swear to God, I said that needs to be the next T-shirt, and then we
2
have the
segments
thing.
later.
Oba says that Brock's still a bitch. We get the match for SummerSlam. Brock drops the bombshell of Hell in a Cell. I think everybody was waiting for him to say his career,
Yeah,
but the Hell in a Cell was a nice touch.
it was.
I did like the fact that we did make reference that Brock did not wear blue jeans to the ring. He wore regular sweatpants
Uh-huh.
because he was tired of ripping them. And then we get to the segment backstage, and the Heyman goes, "Your quote. If that's not on a T-shirt, and that's not printing money, I don't know what is." And AJ just goes, "I hate you." He's
Funny.
like, "I hate you." It
True
was
story.
a little more vulgar than that, but it was to the words of "I hate you."
Uh-huh.
But yes, that needs. If that becomes a Brock Lesnar T-shirt, I will definitely buy it. I thought that was the greatest line ever. So Brock, Oba, Hell in a Cell. Oba tells Pierce that the championship chance will always be there, so he's not worried about losing his opportunity.
So he's not forfeiting the match. He's just gonna get it later on.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And then that's where Austin Theory's like, Paul,
I
where
didn't
you
know-
been?
I didn't know you were here. Well, now you do.
Now
Well,
you
now
do.
you do.
Something's
So
going on.
kind of something a little there.
And then I'm kind of curious what's going on with him and Maxine.
Yeah,
Who-
because he's like, what was that with Chad? And she's like, well, you know. And he's like, well, maybe this ain't working out.
we all love Chad Gable, but he has the worst AI created music I have ever heard.
They're trying to get it.
80s
they're-
dad rock.
They're trying to get it to
The
go.
guy singing the song sounds like the guy that sings our song.
Hey, whoa.
Our song's better, but
I
it
was saying, our
sounds
song
just
is
like that
good.
guy.
They're trying to get that song to pop. I read a report last week. They're trying to get that song to catch on with the fans and blah blah blah.
Oh, it's catching on so I can turn it down.
Is it as
Um,
bad as Trouble? Because when that comes on, it's like, oh God, help us.
I'll be 100% honest with you. I'd rather listen to that annoying ass ring noise than hear her talk about being the greatest champion of all time.
Of all time.
I hate that part. Like,
He
I mute that part.
Make it a soundboard.
Oh God.
I will kick you in the
And then which one's worse, RTC or that?
I don't know. But don't give Joe any ideas, please.
I'm pretty sure he's watching.
But we get Ethan Page versus Rey Mysterio. Did you see where the internet is now like going after Rey in a way because he's burying the younger talent?
No, I have not
Like
seen
people
that.
are starting to like look at this as like Rey will not let the younger talent get over. He doesn't let Dom get over. He doesn't let Ethan Page get over. It's like, come on, guys.
Ray's just trying to make his money and get ready to do the AAA
he's the
GM thing.
of AAA.
And then he's just whenever they're gonna pull the trigger with Dom and him, Dom's
It
gonna
was
retire
still
him.
also a
It's
good match between him and Ethan Page.
It was.
It's a very good match. Ethan Page is amazing in the ring. Yes, he's an egotistical prick, the character that he's playing he's supposed to be, but he's really, really good in the ring. And I would say by the end of the year, he will be the Intercontinental Champion.
Probably.
I'm trying to think of what else was on Raw. There was a lot of stuff.
Oh, you had the Raquel match with Maxine that went like 5 minutes, which was okay, I guess, because Liv told her like you need to go after Sol Rook in the IC title, but my problem is I got Io Sky coming after me, and they're like, sister, we got your back and all that stuff. Roxanne's just standing there like, okay.
But did you notice when she first said it, Raquel rolled her eyes?
Yes, I did notice that.
Yes, Raquel rolled her eyes when she first, because she went right back to all about herself.
And Roxanne's just standing there like, okay, what about me?
I still think Roxanne should have went with Finn.
I agree with that.
Liv, Rex Danhausen's, or Dom did, and Dom took his jersey.
Yep.
Yes.
And then got a
Don't
face
touch-
full of powder.
You don't
Yes.
touch. You don't touch another man's jersey.
Yeah,
Got a
another
face full
man,
of powder.
another
love-
man wearing a
I-
jersey that has another man's name on the back of it.
I did love Corey Graves' play on the new guys at the Knicks draft. This Danhausen guy.
Yeah.
He
The new
plays
German
pretty
dude.
well.
The McDonough and Chad Gable match was actually pretty solid. They did some pretty
Yes.
cool stuff in that match.
Yes, I thought it was a very good match.
Yeah,
I did like the
Chad
finish.
Gable is not the problem. His music is.
Yes. He tried to apologize to Maxine again, and she
Yep.
kind of looked more forgiving than the night last week.
Apologize. The South
And
Park
then-
reference, but don't worry about it.
I know what it was. I was waiting for you to do it again.
Then you had the Jimmy Uso LA Knight match, and Jey Uso was kind of on commentary, and then Jay's like, "Well, I'm going to go to SmackDown and face Sami Zayn," and Fatu's like, "All right, I'm coming with you because I got
Solo-
orders."
Solo shows up again and costs Jimmy, or hits Jimmy, and then turns around and Jay sees him, and then Solo like sticks his tongue out at him and takes off.
Yep.
I still love the best thing of the night, no matter what Raw it is. The Raw could be absolutely horrible, and they cut to a backstage segment with Jey Uso, Jimmy Uso, and Jacob Fatu.
And he
And
says
of
the
course,
line.
the twins are like, "Man, Jacob, where were you at?" And he's like, "I don't have to follow you. I don't acknowledge you, especially you, punk ass Jay."
Yep,
And
that's that
whole
one.
crowd will pop.
Uh huh.
All he has to say is punk ass Jay, and that crowd pops because they know it pisses Jay off, and I think it's hilarious.
It's funny, dude. It's funny. And I think, what is it? Just the main event segment of Rollins and Rollins and Roman, I should say.
That was a really good promo between both of them.
So can we kind of talk about that? To me, it sounded like Rollins is hinting toward the end is coming.
I mean, it's coming. I mean, like he said, there's a lot of young talent coming, and we're not getting any younger.
Well, he's got his Good Morning Football thing he can lean on too.
And he's been hit with the injury bug a lot in the last 5 years.
Yes.
And he's been wrestling since he was 20, I think. I think he's right at 40, 41, or maybe a year older than Cody, I think. So that's a lot of wear and tear. And he's got a lot of outside projects going on. Him and Becky have that coffee brand. He's got his wrestling school. They own a coffee shop.
That John Cena goes to
You
at
said
least
he's
once
got
a
his
week.
good morning football. What?
Good Morning Football role. Yep,
John
he's
Cena
on
goes
that.
to his coffee shop once a week.
He does. John Cena does do that.
Yeah. Well,
Same thing with I think
Speaking
it's
of John
Cesaro
Cena,
too.
speaking of John Cena,
He looks like
he
me.
looks like AJ.
Just
Only
not fat.
eventually he's gonna look like me. But right now he looks like AJ.
Before, after. But no, I am very excited for Roman and Seth because it was the first time in a very long time that they understood each other.
Yeah, I agree on that 100%.
They just need
They
to
didn't. There was no conflict. They both agreed on what needed to be done.
There will
do.
be.
There will be, but they need to do it in the right way. Because if you build this up, it can be very, very well.
If
you
I
build it up
think
correctly.
eventually they will make it volatile and make it personal.
I'm almost wondering if they'll make it more of a. I would not be shocked if this match becomes a Bloodline Rules match.
I hope
I
not.
would not. I would not be shocked if that's the case.
And
with
nobody
the
comes down to
roles-
help Seth.
With the roles being reversed with Seth and Cody.
And Cody comes and helps Seth and beats his shield.
Well, remember, Seth sacrificed himself so Cody could win.
Yeah.
I could see Cody doing the same thing for Seth in that instance. And of course, then you would also, the interesting dynamic would be,
How do you
if
input
Punk
Cody?
well, the another interesting thing on that is can you make it where do you get Punk involved?
What side does Punk help?
Can Punk side with Seth to help chop off the head of the bloodline before it goes back to what it was 4 years ago? I feel like that's going to be Seth's mentality from here to SummerSlam, is we need to kill this before it goes back to what it was before.
Yeah, but
I guess my thing is too, if they want to do Roman and Oba at some point, why drop the title then?
I don't think he's going to drop the title.
I don't think he is either.
I don't either, but I'm just saying you could
Yeah.
do the role reverse thing with Cody. I think I think the end all be all of all of this is gonna get back to Cody Roman 3.
And honestly, I think I know Roman's a tweener, but he just needs to go back to being a heel with this whole thing, because this is literally what it was 4 years ago.
I don't think Roman can be a heel at this point. No matter what he does, nobody's going to hate him. It's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact,
He could literally walk out on stage and Heyman walk right back out beside him and they're not going to boo it.
Well, cheer probably louder.
They're going to cheer for it. He would have to do something really drastic for people to boo him.
Like push a Make-A-Wish kid off the stage.
Okay, John Cena.
All right. Damn, Matt Cardona in a wheelchair.
What a pull that was. I remember that.
What a pull. He's going to have to do something.
Yeah.
Retire Michael Cole?
No, because I don't want Testator. He's annoying.
Joe Tess is getting ready for college football season like
Thank
everybody else.
God. I want Corey Graves to take that role of the lead when Testator leaves.
Okay, but then who's going to take Raw?
Cole.
But if Cole leaves,
I think Michael Cole and Wade Barrett do just fine.
You don't think Cole is thinking about retirement?
Oh, I think he is, and the guy that's going to take his spot, the lead commentator, is going to be Graves.
That's for one show.
Then you have Vic and NXT move up.
I could see Vic doing SmackDown. I could just see Corey doing both. Corey would be doing 3 because I'll tell you, the best commentating group on any show right now is Corey Graves, Rey Mysterio, and JBL on AAA. Them three are great together.
The Ray part, I get. It's to me, it's okay, but him and like Corey and JBL is just fantastic.
They are great. I mean, JBL again this week was like, I submitted my application to El Toxica and still haven't gotten a call back. And Ray's like, I'm not helping you get into that group. So, Graves is the next guy. I think Graves is the next main guy. Vic Joseph is the second guy. Vic on NXT is amazing.
Going back real quickly to the Bloodline, what's the guy's name that just got signed? Zilla. He just got signed to WWE.
Did he actually get signed?
That's the rumor that I saw. He got signed.
Well, I've also
the rumor
heard that...
for Zilla is he's been signed multiple times, but there is another Fatu that's in the works. But if Zilla shows up, him and Jacob will be a world of terror because they're brothers.
Have him show up at the Bloodline Rule match at SummerSlam, then you really turn everything on the head.
Yeah.
Well, then Roman's actually winning.
Well, now that we got word on Friday that the uppers have told Tama Tonga and Tala Tonga to leave Solo. So Solo's by himself.
The uppers?
Maybe he gets some help. The higher ups in the bloodline.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it took me a second to realize what you meant.
Which is funny because if you're thinking about the elders, that probably lines up with just being Rikishi.
Rikishi and Rock.
Rikishi just told Tama and Tala to leave my son and disappear.
Harsh.
But I did like Solo. He's like, man, I hate that family. You're in that family.
Yeah, you are in that family. Sorry.
So
Does
It'll be interesting.
does he eventually go back then?
I
Like, or if like Roman's gonna be like, we're gonna have to do this match, and you have to acknowledge me.
I don't know because I've heard this many times beforehand and I've seen it a few times, especially in some of the after the show goes off the air skits. When they let Solo be Solo, like not second Timu Tribal Chief Solo,
Mhm.
he's really, really funny on the microphone. And he gets the crowd laughing at him when they do those segments. I think if they figured out a way to let that Solo show up, they could easily get Solo over, have him over as a face. Especially if he's making fun of Jimmy and Jay every week, which
Yeah.
punk ass bitch. It's funny.
I got nothing else, boys.
I don't either.
Wrestling's
This
been
is
really
really
good the
good.
last couple weeks.
Yeah.
Hopefully the
So
fat
for
man
the
starts to watch.
yeah, you gotta get the fat man back on board. The scales of justice
He's
are
currently
tipped to one side.
in another room right now.
Yeah, his son's beating the crap out of somebody in Madden.
Mm.
Yeah, I saw that. So plan moving forward. Next week's 4th of July, we will not be recording an episode for 4th of July.
I'll be in
Uh,
Chicagoland. Hooray!
I have an indie show on Sunday, and a 250 celebration on the 4th. AJ's got something.
I'll be in Chicagoland both
I have
days. Woo.
preparation for House of the Dragon Sunday night.
Well, yes, we have House of the Dragons. Me and Susie did not roast, pun intended, because it's dragons. Pun intended because of the dragons. Roast.
I never finished my thing, but I was gonna say when I said the Richard Madden thing, and I thought that he was in that universe, but I was like, I never finished my thing where he was in the Medici show that I watch. He was in the first season of that.
So we did not roast AJ last week, so I would expect some roasting this week.
Better get the s'mores.
Mike, you're supposed to be on my side here.
Join AJ and Susie on Thursday when they go watch Predator 2.
Predator 2, okay. Good for
with
you.
Danny Glover. I believe it came out in 1990 or 92.
So you're doing all the Alien versus Predator movies, and then now you're just on Predator?
They're doing. We had this conversation because Fry put his fist down.
Big fist.
No, I'm just kidding. But like they're gonna do Predator 2 because really there's nothing else after Predator 2. And then I'm gonna join them for Alien versus Predator. The first one.
You should
and
do the
we're
Terminator.
Done. We're done with Alien versus Predator, and we're moving on to bigger and better things.
You should do the Terminator.
Movies I've actually seen.
But we're moving on to the Planet of the Apes. As AJ liked to call him the other week, the fresh version of the Planet of the Apes.
He needs to get on.
I don't know if he's been close enough to an ape before, but there ain't nothing fresh about an ape.
He needs to get on to the Avatar so he can get caught up going into season 3 when that drops.
So I can't wait for that because they are probably my favorite set of movies. I love the Planet of the Apes. So I'm looking forward to joining them for that, and I know Susie's looking forward to that one. And we'll make fun of AJ definitely because he'll look like half the cast.
Damn.
Eat.
Alright, you Italian baboon, get us out of here.
Bye, everybody. Take care. Hit that like button, subscribe. We'll see you on Thursday.
Oh, no.